Hey girls, Cassandra here.
And Megan.
And we are bringing you, actually this video was highly requested, but it is a little off the wall. This isn't a fashion video. It doesn't have anything to do with makeup. It actually has to do with belly button piercings. I'm smacking myself around here. But actually Cosmetics Cindy requested this video like 1,000 times.
Yes, and it got some thumbs up too.
Lots of thumbs up. So she was very adamant about wanting this video, and a lot of you guys gave her the thumbs up and said that you wanted to see it as well. So that's why we thought we would go ahead and make this video for you, because if you are thinking about getting a belly button piercing, then you really want to be educated to make sure you make the correct choice. Is it something you really want to commit to having for the rest of your life? How long is the healing process? Yada yada yada.
How to take care of it.
How to take care of it. So we're just going to share with you our experience, because I have mine done as well as Megan.
Yep.
We got them done when we were rather young, so hopefully we'll help you make an educated decision.
So when you guys are going to do any kind of body altering, i.e. tattoos, piercings, cosmetic surgery, whatever, you definitely want to make sure that it's something you really want, because although they say piercings are temporary, even when you take them out, you'll have a scar or a mark. It's always going to be there. It's never going to heal quite properly like other injuries do.
Yeah.
So make sure that you guys definitely really, really want it, and that you're okay with having a scar when you take it out.
Yeah, like now if I take out my belly button piercing, I still have a fat hole.
Yeah.
And some of you commented on it in some of the pictures, because I don't always wear my belly button ring anymore, and when I don't wear it, you can definitely see that I have had it pierced. Same with people that get piercings on their face or wherever, you can always kind of see a little mark. So once you've completely weighed all the pros and cons, and you really decided that you want to do it, you want to commit to having this hole in your body for the rest of your life, you need to decide on where to go. That's why I actually went with my mom to get my belly button pierced.
As did I.
First of all, I was underage. I got mine done when I was 17. And the reason I got mine done when I was 17, I was like 15 and like begging my mom to go get my belly button pierced. And she's like, no, you're way too young. You can't get it pierced. And I'm like, Mom, all the kids at my school have it, and I just want to get it done. Please, please. No, 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 no. Finally, I'm 17, and 18 I feel like is right around the corner, and I'm telling her, like, either you're gonna come with me now, or when I turn 18 I'm going to that first shop that I see. So she really wanted to come with me to make sure I went to a safe and clean environment to get my belly button pierced. You don't want to just go to Joe Schmo on the sidewalk and have him pierce your belly button.
Or have your friends. Don't have your friends pierce you.
No, I knew this girl in high school that pierced her belly button with a safety pin.
Yeah,
that's not sanitary.
Just go and get it, and if you're too young, wait until you're old enough. There's reasons why they have age restrictions on things like that. Some of the signs you definitely want to look for when you're looking for a piercer is you want to make sure you go somewhere that's recommended by somebody that you trust. Maybe it's somebody who's gotten a piercing there before and hasn't had any problems. The place definitely needs to be clean, always clean. It should probably reek of rubbing alcohol or something.
Sanitary smell, smell like a hospital.
The place should be very professional. What's some other things that we had?
Oh, you want to make sure that they're using clean utensils.
Yeah.
So either you see them getting it out of the cleaning solution, or a lot of times places actually have all the new tools cleaned and they are packaged, so they open them up right in front of you so that you can tell, that those were sanitized and they're clean and they're new, and they haven't used that needle on someone else, because dirty needles, there's a lot of diseases that can get passed around that way. So this is very important to make sure they're using a clean needle on you.
I prefer to go to a place that definitely has the pre-packaged needles that they're disposable. They toss them after they pierce you.
All right, so you've completely thought about it. You were at a shop. It is clean. You trust the environment, and you're good to go. Be prepared for some pain.
Yes.
Some people may lie and say that it didn't hurt, but trust me, it hurts.
It does.
Yeah. And before you actually let them stick the needle in you, they are going to mark you with a marker, and they're going to put a dot at the top of your belly button and a dot underneath. And this is just, like
to help.
Thank you.
Yeah, to help them see where they're going to pierce. So definitely don't be afraid to tell them that you think it's off, because if it's even the slightest bit off, you're gonna be able to tell, and
it'll be crooked.
It'll be pierced that way. So don't be afraid to make them change it 5, 6, however many times it takes until you're completely happy that those 2 dots are lined up.
So make sure that you're looking at it from this angle, you look at it in a mirror, and you can also have your parent or friend, whoever's with you, double check it as well to make sure that the lines are all lined up.
And they can hold your hand when you get pierced.
Oh yes. I think I almost ripped my mom's arm off, and I was like in a cold sweat too. My hands were just like clammy and gross. I think I'm getting clammy thinking about it.
I know, I am too. I'm like getting nervous.
Now you're gonna have a couple options in jewelry. You're gonna have a lot actually. But when I was getting mine done, the shop that I went to, they would only pierce with a hoop. So the belly button ring, I was only allowed to get a hoop, and I was so upset because I really wanted a barbell. But anyways, I settled for a hoop with a cute little jewel on it. And they said the reason why they pierced it with the hoop was it was cleaner for some reason, because when you were cleaning it, you could actually twist the hoop all the way through and clean the inside of the hoop as well. But Megan had a different story. She had hers pierced with a barbell.
Yes.
Jealous.
I actually really wanted the one with the dangly jewelry, which is what I have now. But they wouldn't let me have any of that fancy stuff, so I just picked a blue jeweled barbell. And we actually were researching this online, and they say that the best way to be pierced is with the barbell, which is what I have.
I think that the hoop, it was really painful. I could not sleep on my stomach for months, which sucked because I love sleeping on my stomach. But anyways, the hoop would just like rub on the bed and it would hurt, so I'd always have to lay on my side or my back. And then also I feel like the hoop, because when I would lay on my stomach, it would get bent a certain way or even underneath clothes. And they say if there's too much friction going on this piercing, that can actually make it crooked as well. So I'm not really 100% sure if the guy either pierced me crooked or if it was from having that hoop having too much friction and stuff. Yeah. But my piercing's a little crooked.
Mine's also a little bit crooked, but I think I was
can't really tell.
I was so excited just to get it done and over with that I didn't really pay too much attention. It seemed straight when I was there, but it's just slightly off, just slightly, just enough to annoy me. So once you get your belly button pierced and you're finally out of there and it's finally over, you start your healing process.
It's only just begun.
It is only just begun. So the first stage of your healing process, you're very red and tender, and there can be a little bit of bleeding, but that's common. And then you start to, after that, I feel like that only lasted for me a week or so. I don't really remember exactly how long. I just remember it wasn't that long that it was tender. It was red for a while, but
mine was tender for months.
Oh really? No, mine was good. But after that you go into stage 2, which is the growth phase, and this is basically where your body actually starts to react to heal the wound, and it can last several months.
Yeah. During this phase, your skin is growing and it's trying to adapt to this like foreign object in your skin, and so you can actually get discharge. This is normal as long as it's like a clearish discharge color. Yes, and this can actually dry around your body jewelry. You can go ahead and take this off, but you want to make sure anytime you are handling your jewelry, whether it's taking the crusties off or just cleaning it, make sure your hands are clean, because the belly button is really easy to get infected, and once you start healing, you don't want to go backwards. It's really easy to lose all that ground that you just got by having it get infected or by doing too much activity and yanking on it, and that can really set you back a lot. The third stage is actually known as the maturing stage, and this is where you're almost getting completely healed and your body is forming scar tissue around that piercing. But this is a very delicate stage, as all of them are, and as I was saying before, you can really backtrack. So if you're not treating your piercing with love and care right now, you can end up back at stage 1. So be really, really gentle and really clean and cautious when you're taking care of your navel piercing.
So let's get a little bit more detailed and talk about the aftercare of your belly button piercing. When you go to a piercer, as far as I know of, they always give you a sheet that has care instructions that you're supposed to follow, and definitely follow those instructions. They know what they're doing. They probably have piercings themselves. They know how to take care of them. So don't try to like skip steps or think that they're minuscule or unimportant. So definitely follow those rules. I remember having to go get coarse sea salt, and when I was in the shower I would have like a little measuring cup and like a little, I think it was a teaspoon or something, and you just put a teaspoon of salt, fill it up with your shower water, and I would actually put the cup over my belly button and like shake it in the shower, and the sea salt just kind of helps it heal faster and it keeps it all clean and good.
So obviously you know that keeping it clean is really, really important, but something else that's really important is keeping it trauma-free.
Save the drama of the trauma
for your mama.
Someone else.
But yes, keeping it trauma-free is really important. So you want to make sure that you are not doing like any vigorous activity that can bump into your belly button, kind of tear on it or anything like that. Your clothes. This is probably a good idea to wear all those low-rise jeans that you have in your closet. If you have underwear or pants that are riding on it all the time, this is just going to add friction. It's going to be painful, and it can in turn make it infected.
Slow down your healing time.
And it can make it crooked as well, which we don't want that. Also pools. Pools, hot tubs,
oceans, lakes, any body of water other than your shower.
They're kind of, you don't know what's in there. They can be dirty, and it can cause bacteria to get in there and cause an infection.
So you don't want to be in the water. They tell you when you go get your belly button pierced how long until you can go in a hot tub or a lake or whatever. I want to say it's around
6 weeks?
3 months.
3 months.
Well, I feel like it was 3 months or something. Yeah, definitely check on that.
So you probably should not be going into bodies of waters until you're allowed to change your body jewelry. This is something else that you want to make sure that you listen to your piercer. They will tell you when it's safe to put in a new belly button ring. Anyways, so you really want to listen to them. Don't change it too soon. That's going to mess up your healing process. But when I was at the beach with my hoop still, very early on, I was doing vigorous activity. I was trying to skimboard, and I did not know what I was doing. I kept falling, and all of a sudden I looked down, and my belly button ring is gone. So I'm running all up and down all these beach shops and trying to find someone that does piercings. And I finally found someone, the piercer.
Another no-no.
Yeah, another no-no. I'm horrible, but they had to call the piercer in. It was this like little shop, and the guy came in, and his stuff was really clean, and I could tell. I mean, he was loaded with piercings and tattoos and stuff, and he yelled at me first of all, like, "What were you doing in the ocean?" But then he re-pierced it, and it was definitely more painful the second time around because it had kind of fallen out. It was getting red and irritated. So just be really, really careful with the activities that you get yourself into with this new piercing.
And speaking of horror stories,
that was definitely a horror story.
I still actually have this happen to me.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can guarantee it's happened to you. With my dangly jewelry that have the little rhinestones in it, there's little prongs that hold the rhinestones in, and those prongs come loose and the rhinestone will fall out, and if I don't change the jewelry, those prongs stick out, and when you're trying on clothes, they're like little fish hooks, you know, going fishing for some clothing, and you'll be pulling the shirt off and it'll be attached and it'll almost rip your belly button ring out. So I haven't ripped it out, but it's still it's not fun to get it yanked on and pulled on. Alright
girls, this concludes our belly button piercing jewelry. We love bringing you videos that you request, so please let us know what else you would like to see. We love sharing our personal stories with you and stuff like that. So I hope this was interesting, even if you're not thinking about getting a belly button piercing. But anyways, thanks for watching. As always, try to make educated decisions on everything you do in life. This is a great PSA. And we love you girls. Stay trendy.